basically banned on every streaming platform. So because of that, he has no real way of making any decent money. A lot of people have been asking how his family are reacting to his antics.
My family disowned me. My dad told me, "You caused the whole world stress. I'm ashamed to be your father."
My parents are more pissed than anybody else on the internet. I'm telling you that right now. They're like, my dad's like, "Why the are you going to Japan and with these people? Why are you going to Korea and with these people? Why are you doing this?" Like, they don't tell them when they ask you that.
What are you as a parent going to do about that? Like, he's a grown-ass man. They can't just like walk into his room and unplug the Ethernet cable, right? Like there are just some things that you as a parent don't have control over.
Johnny Somali is officially at rock bottom. Once known as the brash IRL streamer who thrived on chaos, he's now facing the darkest chapter of his life. With his final trial just weeks away, he's out of money, out of options, and out of support. According to recent reports, Somali has been desperately begging for financial help. He even turned to his own family, but they refused to lift a finger. For them, the damage has already been done. His reputation is destroyed, and they no longer want any part in saving him. This next trial, scheduled for next month, could seal his fate. It will be short but decisive, lasting only about 3 hours, and all the key witnesses are expected to appear. If things go badly, Johnny Somali could be sentenced to prison in South Korea, ending his chaotic run once and for all. In the meantime, he's scrambling for money, trying to hold on before that day comes. But the truth is, he hasn't streamed in months. His fan base has abandoned him, donations have dried up, and every major streaming platform has permanently banned him. Without that income, Johnny Somali has been forced to rely on others, mainly his associate, Hank Yu. But that relationship is collapsing too. Hank has been funneling his own family's money to keep Somali afloat, and it's tearing his household apart. Hank himself admitted he once stole around $30,000, money meant for his family's care, and gave it to Somali. Now Hank's relatives are pressuring him to cut Somali off completely. And who can blame them? Somali has become nothing more than a financial burden. At this point, even creators like Atosi have publicly spoken about how dire the situation has become. The once shameless streamer who thrived on attention is now facing the harsh reality of being broke, isolated, and unwanted. But this isn't just about money. Somali's family has long been done with him. In fact, before his detention in Korea, he admitted that his parents had already disowned him. His own father told him, "You've brought shame to this family. I'm ashamed to be your father." Those words cut deep, and Somali himself once confessed it crushed him when his dad said he didn't even want grandchildren from him. These wounds clearly sting, but Somali rarely shows genuine remorse. Instead, he often masks the pain with arrogance and denial. He's admitted in past streams that live streaming destroyed his relationships, and even called it self-destructive. Yet he continues doubling down. It's not hard to see why his parents finally walked away. Reports claim that even years ago, while he was still living in Arizona, Somali's behavior had already pushed his family to the edge. A psychiatrist once suggested shock treatment to address his erratic mental state. Instead of improving, he spiraled further, humiliating his parents with reckless antics in Japan and Korea. And Somali himself admitted his father cursed him after those scandals. From that point forward, they stopped giving him any form of support. For them, he had crossed a line that could never be undone. Now, Hank Yu seems to be reaching that same breaking point. His family is threatening to cut him off unless he stops bankrolling Somali. Without Hank, Johnny Somali has nothing. No home, no income, and no safety net. So why should anyone still support him? His parents believe helping him would only fuel his destructive choices. They don't want to fund his legal battles, or worse, pay for his crimes. And they may be right, because even when confronted with the truth, Somali has refused to take responsibility. At times, he's tried to claim he's misunderstood. "I'm not evil," he once said in an interview. But the internet hasn't forgotten the clip where Somali proudly declared himself a bastion of evil, promising to lead a pirate-like gang into chaos with no remorse, no self-worth, and no sense of preservation. Those were his own words, broadcast to his fans. That clip now stands as damning evidence, proof that Somali embraced being the villain. And it's hard to feel sympathy when the destruction around him is so clearly self-inflicted. Unless he suddenly pleads guilty and shows some genuine remorse, the court is unlikely to show leniency. His last chance may be slipping away, And if he continues playing the same arrogant games, the outcome could be severe. Today, Somali is a shadow of who he once pretended to be. No platform wants him, no fans are funding him. His family won't save him. And even Hank Yu, once his lifeline, may finally turn his back. The fall of Johnny Somali is almost complete. He's gone from streaming on the streets to begging for scraps before his final trial. And whether or not the judge decides to lock him away, the world has already delivered its verdict. What do you think? Should Somali's family cut ties for good? Or does he still deserve one last chance? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below.